lakes disappearing from Jammu and Kashmir. So hello and welcome, you're watching Next IAS. My name is Titiksha Pandey and today we are going to talk about the recent CAG report which highlights the disappearing lakes of Jammu and Kashmir. So today we are going to talk about it, and also we are going to talk about the socio-ecological implications of these disappearing lakes. If we do not take some conservative measures regarding it, what is going to happen? So let us quickly start with the background and latest news. Recent audit by Comptroller and Auditor General of India (CAG) highlights ecological concerns in Jammu and Kashmir. So there was an audit that was conducted by the CAG, and this highlights that there are ecological concerns, and one of the most important ecological concerns was the disappearing lakes of Jammu and Kashmir. This has been happening since a very long period of time, and we are understanding it, we are taking concern about it right now after this CAG report has come out. Nearly half of lakes have disappeared since 1967. 1967 is a long period of time, and we have not taken any conservation measures till now. Now we are trying to understand what is happening. Now, out of 697 lakes, 315 have already vanished. So can you imagine, 315 is a big number in the span of around 60-70 years. In the span of 60-70 years, 316 lakes have vanished. Can you imagine what will happen with these remaining lakes if we do not take conservative measures right now? Now, this indicates severe degradation of water bodies and wetlands. Now, let me tell you, wetlands are very important. Wetlands are the areas when it rains, some of the land submerges in water, and these wetlands are highly important because it is a natural habitat for the migratory birds species, and also animal species and aquatic marine species also. So this becomes highly important, and water bodies, lakes, ponds, that they are already disappearing. So it highlights, it indicates the severe degradation of these, and it raises concerns over biodiversity loss, water security and climate resilience. Of course, there will be a biodiversity loss and water security, not only for animals. We are not only talking about animals. For humans also, lakes are very important, and it is a source of water. So there will be no water security and climate resilience. For the climate and for our biodiversity, lakes become very important. Now, let us talk about about CAG. So the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, which is the supreme audit institution of India, it was established under Article 148 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, this was appointed by the President of India to conduct audits of different nature, and the functions are audits union and state finances and ensures accountability and transparency. Okay, now this submits report to the President/Governor legislature. Okay, now moving forward, let's talk about the key findings of the report. Now let us talk about what were the key findings of the CAG report. So there were 315 lakes disappeared since 1967, which is very disappointing and drastic. 203 lakes have shrunk in size. That means they're already in the process of disappearing. They have shrunk in size, and 518 lakes show reduced area overall. So the area was reduced to 518 lakes. 63 lakes have been lost. That is more than 50% area. That means 63 lakes have lost more than 50% of their area. They have become half in size, and high extinction risk. So 63 lakes are in high extinction risk. 203 lakes have shrunk in size, and total 518 lakes have reduced in size, and 315 lakes have disappeared completely. So we cannot bring them back. Okay, now only 150 lakes increased, 29 unchanged. Only 150 lakes have increased and 29 have remained unchanged. Now, conservation focus is limited to the Dal Lake, the Vular Lake, Hokersar Wetland, Manasbal Lake, Surinsar Lake and Mansar Lake. So, please do remember the names, the conservation focus is limited to these lakes, but there should be conservation focus on the remaining lakes as well. There are so many other lakes that need that attention and some conservation measures, otherwise we will not be able to see lakes in Jammu and Kashmir anymore. Moving forward, let's talk about the causes, concerns and the UPSC relevance. Now what are the causes? See, encroachment and urbanization. Again, as I have mentioned in the earlier videos also, that human beings are the root cause of 95% problems on earth, and exactly encroachment and urbanization is one of the major causes of why the lakes are shrinking. Pollution and sewage discharge. So we are polluting the lakes, we are discharging the sewage in the lakes. That is one of the reasons why the lakes are shrinking. Land use changes, weak monitoring and governance gaps. Again, the government should be held accountable that there is weak monitoring and governance gaps are there. That is why now we are getting to know that the lakes are disappearing, shrinking in nature. The other concerns are loss of wetland ecosystems and biodiversity. As I have already mentioned, that wetlands play a very important role when it comes to our ecosystems and biodiversity. So their loss is one of the major concerns. Impact on hydrological cycle and groundwater recharge. There will be impact on the hydrological cycle and the groundwater recharge. So groundwater needs to recharge, recharge itself, and it takes a long period of time because we humans have utilized all the water of groundwater, majority of water. So there will be a crisis of clean drinking water in the coming future. Okay, reduced climate resilience. Now UPSC linkage we will talk about. It is highly relevant for environment and ecology. Wetlands, Ramsar sites. I hope you know how many Ramsar sites are there currently. One has been recently added, so let me know in the comment section below which site is it and the total number of Ramsar sites also. Now governance, audit, accountability and policy failure. This is highly relevant for governance also. For disaster management, flood regulation, role of lakes. This becomes highly important for disaster management also. And for budget issue. Now one of the key issues in India regarding this whole case study is that we allocate only around 1% for the major lakes 2017 to till 2022. That is 560.65 crore. So again, this becomes a very important issue. Now let us talk about the MCQ for revision at last. We have talked thoroughly about the whole issue, and you also let me know what do you think, how we can save the lakes that are disappearing in India and specifically in Jammu and Kashmir. Now consider the following statements. The CAG established under Article 148 of the Constitution. Number 2, CAG audits only union government accounts. Number 3, CAG reports are submitted to the legislature through the president / governor. Which of the statements are correct? A, 1 and 3 only. B, 2 only. C, 1, 2 and 3. D, 1 only. Whichever option you feel is the right one, A, B, C or D, do let me know in the comment section below. And that is it for today. I will see you in another deep dive video. Until then, bye-bye. Take care.